Hi everyone, I'm Jason Jurtich and this is The Mobile Philosopher. In this video I want to do a quick review of 4 Chromebooks. 3 of those I have on hand. The one I did have and I have already sold it because of the fact it wasn't up to par with the other 3. But I did want to have a quick review of these 3 because I think it will help you guys understand the usefulness of these Chromebooks and which ones are actually better right now for you to get. The specs of these things I'm actually going to put as information within comments in the video and in links below. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because I want to show you really how these things are and how they work so that you get a better idea of what's the best option out there. The first one I want to show you is the Chromebook Pixel Ls. That's this guy right here. As you can see, he's pretty thin. He's got basic things, USB-C there with your own little ScanDisk card. On the other side, you got your USB, you got your USB 3 there, you got your USB-C, and you got your headphone jack, which is also a microphone. Why is this guy awesome? Because the battery lasts about 10 hours, and you can have literally 60 or 70 tabs open at the same time. For a power user, this is the best laptop. The screen is very nice. It's got a normal screen, it's a 12.85. Very nice. The mouse is just like the MacBooks, so you don't have to worry about that. It's a glass mouse and it works perfectly. The keyboard is perfect as well. Very awesome Chromebook for a power user. Is it worth the money? Yes, it is. If you are a power user. If you're not a power user, this would be worthless to you. But if you are a power user, excellent laptop, and I would definitely get one if you had the possibility, because if you do have tons of tabs open, like I do sometimes, for investigation, for having to work on various things at the same time, this is an awesome Chromebook to get. But again, it all depends on how you work. Would it be worthwhile to get this if you don't have to do power user type of things? No, it's not worth it. But otherwise, definitely worth it. It works much more efficiently with Chrome than, let's say, a MacBook or Windows. So in that case, it's worth your money. If you live the entire time in Chrome, this is the best one to get. Let's do a comparison with another one that I really like. This is that guy here, which is an Asus, as you can see. Let's turn him around so it looks better. Asus. No, it doesn't look right. It doesn't make a difference how you put it down. Okay, as you can see, it's a Chrome because of the Chrome there on top. This one is an awesome Chromebook as well. Why is that? Okay, you got your little entrances there. Normal, universal entrances, your headphone jack, USB, things like that. You have micro HDMI. The micro HDMI works perfectly. No problems with that either. On the other side, you have your USB ports, so that's pretty cool as well. The only thing that's a little bit negative with this Chromebook is that the entrance for the power is a little bit particular. You're not going to be able to find the charger anywhere. I'm going to leave the link to the charger if you happen to lose yours or break yours to get an extra one, because it's slightly hard to find the chargers for this guy. But on the other hand, hold on a second, let me get back. On the other hand, this guy is really awesome. And why is he really awesome? Because this guy lasts literally 12 hours. The battery life lasts literally 12 hours. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And it's very thin. It's one of the lightest ones out there. It's an 11.6 inch, so it's the screen itself is pretty good. I can't complain about the screen. It's a glossy screen. I like glossy screens. Sometimes people like matte screens, but I think glossy screens bring out the color 10 million times more than a matte screen. I would never get a matte screen. This one is awesome. Actually, the keyboard is very, very nice. Not any problems with the keyboard. Feels nice. I know some people might have complained with this laptop thinking it might have been a little off, but I think the keyboard is actually very nice. The mouse is actually sufficient. No, it's not a glass mouse, but it actually works very, very well. And this thing is just wonderful. Actually, when you have the tabs open on this guy, it's actually pretty funny because unlike the HP 14, which is the other Chromebook I had and when I sold, that one was actually good if you had bad eyesight and you really needed the big screen, you needed to see things very clearly. This one could be a little bit small on the eyes, but the thing is there that the RAM works slightly differently. I was very surprised. When I had 5 or 6 tabs open on the HP 14, this is the one with the Celeron chip, that guy would suffer a little bit. He'd have to refresh his tabs. Whereas this guy doesn't do that. I can have more tabs open on this guy, funny enough, and he works just fine. And this one is so nice for traveling, so light, so compact. And if it wasn't for the Chromebook Pixel, in which I have to have many tabs open at the same time, this guy would be my go-to Chromebook, and I would carry this around just like it was part of me. I would definitely suggest getting this one. The price is so nice, $170. Sometimes you can get with monthly installments on Amazon. So this is something definitely to check out as an option, both for schools and for your own traveling possibilities. It only has 2 gigabytes of RAM, as you'll see in the specs, but like I said, this one has not been affected as much as the Chromebook 14 did when I had it from HP. The last one I want to show you, just so you can see a comparison of sizes, is one of the first Chromebooks that came out about 3 or 4 years ago. This is the Acer, and I think it's the 710 from what I remember. This guy, as you can see, if we put one on top of the other, you can see the difference here as much as you can with the video. The Asus is relatively much thinner, as you can see, and it is quite a bit lighter. That's why I highly suggest this one, because Acer has another version out with it. It's a 720, and they came out with a brand new version like a month ago of the same style. But I have to say that the Asus wins. Even though the keyboard and the mouse are pretty much the same on both of these guys, I still have to say that the Asus wins in regards to quality, and definitely with battery life. I have not come close to finding in a Chromebook that gets as much battery life as this one does. So as you can see, the entrances are both on this side, and then we'll go on this side. Okay, as you can see, this one has VGA, which is pretty much dead. I would not get Chromebooks with VGA anymore, precisely because of the fact that VGA is going to die. Just get ones with HDMI. As you can also see, we'll go up here, that the difference in with the Acer is slightly bigger. It's going to be very hard to see, I think, from here. Oh, I almost left me there. It's slightly bigger, okay, and I'm still not getting this to where you guys can see it really well, but it is slightly bigger on the bottom here, as you can see as well. It goes slightly longer. And width-wise, it's basically the same as it's basically the same width. There's not going to be any difference there, but it's definitely much lighter and much thinner. So this is something you need to take in consideration if you're choosing between one of these two guys. And like I said, the battery life, even of the newer one of this guy, doesn't reach the same battery life as this guy. So I would definitely take that into consideration when you're choosing one of these laptops. So I would definitely go with this guy. Worth definitely the money. Try it out. Even if you think it might be a risk, I would definitely get it to see how it works. And the nice thing about this, let's compare now the Asus with the Chromebook. Let's put these guys together so you can see a little bit. Okay, as you can see, there's quite a bit more space there on top. Okay, from these guys. And thinness, funny enough, they're about the same. There's not too much of a difference with thinness there, as you can see. The entrances, as I mentioned before, they both have basically a USB. Obviously, the Asus does not have the USB-C, but that shouldn't affect anything. But outside of that, I would definitely have to say these guys are the best ones. And funny enough, these are the extremes. This is the most expensive, and this is the cheapest. And even though it's that, the one thing I wanted to mention here in the video is that the beautiful experience of having to be able to open up one laptop, be working on this guy, and then being able to change the other one, and nothing changes. This one came in 6 days from Amazon. I opened it up, put my email address in, and voila, I was working in literally 2 minutes, just like I was working on the Chromebook Pixel Ls. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful connection there. Something that I'm definitely very happy with the Chromes. The Chrome OS in itself, because of how fast you can change from one to the other and not have to worry about anything at all. That's not something you can get with Windows. Normally you have to move things around, you have to transport things, and with this it's just opening it up and I can start working as if it was the same laptop, and that is a beautiful experience to have with Chrome OS. So again, I wasn't trying to go through every single little detail with these laptops. I just wanted to give a really quick preview and my own personal opinion of how I've had experience with these guys. And I would definitely take this type of stuff into consideration. Look at the links below, try to decide for yourselves, but definitely give it a try for these guys to see if there's anything that might be of interest to you. Take care.